Hello? We're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Kage.
We're live.
Kage, what? What do you mean?
It's
7 o'clock,
6 o'clock
dude.
my time.
You
6
said
o'clock.
okay. You said 7:30.
No, he said
all right.
7.
You can't tell everybody that you're 30 years younger than you are, but then add 30 minutes to every time I give you. That's not how math works.
I'm going to bring up that email. I swear to fucking God, you said 7:30.
Okay, just
Wear
remember
your
password's
glasses.
password.
Okay, no, wait a minute. You guys are dicking with me. We're not really live, right?
Hello, chat.
Yeah, very live. Hello, chat.
You saw a shaving cockroach, apparently.
Oh. Alkali sent me an email in which he said very clearly 7:30 Eastern Time.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did. I will bring that email up and I will show everybody.
Oh, will you?
Yes.
I need you
do
to
it.
keep doing this for the next half hour. Oh, yes.
You're just
Oh,
going to get
my.
hacked. You're going to get hacked.
Bring it up on my phone. I'm going to bring it up on my phone right now. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, how's that going?
Shut up. Give me a second.
And Benny, Kage is late? No, Kage was already on camera this early. Kage is never late no matter what. It's his superpower. How's that email going, buddy?
He can't remember what it is.
My battery died. We'll have to look
Oh,
later.
did it? Oh, that's a shame. Your battery died. So you're very... Go ahead, Boozy.
Oh, I was just going to say he's doing it wrong. He could have just blamed it on the post office.
Carrier pigeon.
Your email doesn't work that way, fellow old man.
I'm pretty sure it does,
Ladies
Sam.
and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, thank you very much for joining us for I Comedy Better When I've Had a Few.
Clink.
This is our final panel for the evening, and I would like to introduce all of our panelists. We're definitely not drunk. Shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, my mate and the amazingly talented Xander the Blue.
Hi. I do stuff and things sometimes.
Coming to us from the internet land, an entire time zone away. Give it up for Boozy Badger.
Hello.
Breathing into a microphone. And finally, from the cold, cold land of elderly, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Uncle Kage.
Good evening, everyone. Very, very pleased to be here.
The cold
See, no one
land
knew it
of
was him at the
elderly.
beginning because he wasn't wearing a tie.
Oh, yes. And shaving his beard that he apparently had.
It's
His big old burly beard. I can't picture Kage with a big old beard.
Kage,
honestly.
have you ever gone big old burly beard?
If you've got a phone that works, there's pictures of me with a big old burly beard.
Oh,
His name was
What's
Tim.
the
He was
big
a
old
very
belly?
nice man.
Wow. Oh.
Well, you guys are laughing it up. Allow me to bring up
Hey, that was a good
link.
one.
I don't know if we can do this.
I'm glad you're playing Nintendo. How is Zelda?
Kage's a bear.
Covered with
Bear.
It's
Everywhere.
except
Except down there.
We have
I don't know what
this. Okay, it's an old picture. It is also not very high resolution. I'm going to send the link to Alkali, and he'll be able to figure it out.
crap.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No phone.
Oh, I found it.
Well, the
it's right
phone's
there.
battery is dead. Remember? Weren't you paying attention?
Right, all the batteries are dead.
Send Skylar the picture.
Nope.
Send Dragon the picture. Okay.
Okay. Well, I sent it to Alkali.
I'm working on it. I will
Hey.
get it.
Hey, chat, what are you drinking? What we're drinking this. Whatever it is. Okay, make your own pop COVID specialty pink shit.
This is called I
discovered
Comedy
this
Better
because we
When I
had
Had
a
a Few, and
stream.
we had a few, a lot of us.
Yeah.
I haven't.
All right.
What?
I have your link. I am
I had
sending it
fried
over to
chicken and
Drago,
pepper.
who will be able to put it into the chat.
The picture is my Red Cross ID from, I believe, 1993.
Wow.
Everyone needs to see this. Dragor, I don't know what you need to do, but get it on the screen. Oh, my God.
Get it up. Get it up.
Kage, after seeing this picture, I don't think anyone's going to have any problem getting it up.
Oh, wow.
Well, look at them. It's going to go right onto the screen. The cropping is exactly right. I don't think there'll be any problem. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh,
Yes, that was
boy.
me.
What is
Red Cross before I found out they were an organized crime outfit, 1993.
Oh, no.
Boozy, Xander just asked me something that really worries me.
Yes.
He asked, what is white lightning?
It's it's moonshine. I was going to come up with a joke for that, but then I realized that every joke I could make about that was probably going to go to a very bad place. So it's moonshine.
Oh, boy.
It's moonshine. Gotcha.
It's moonshine. Understood.
All right, we have the picture up in the fourth box, and Kage, if you can't see the chat stream, we're already hearing cute pic. Ah woo! Oh dear!
I'm hearing papers, please,
Something
but that's just
about
me.
a diaper? Oh God!
Dapper.
Oh, dapper.
That's
Sorry.
dapper, you idiot.
A very diaper man.
He was a very, very diaper man.
So tell us about your diapers, Kage.
Dude, why do you think Kage's been running a con for so long? He's so absorbent of all of the feedback, of all the feedback and feces. Feedback and feces.
Why did
Yes.
that?
Okay,
I'm
Kage.
a fan, man.
The Pampers of the furry fandom.
All
He
right,
really
all right.
pampers the...
Oh,
He doesn't
You guys take over.
All right, well,
he'll be
that
sharpening
depends.
your
Not always.
socks off.
I don't know. I'm feeling all of his loves.
Come on, keep going. All right.
I'm sorry. We started punning. Did you expect me to slow down?
Oh,
No.
we wouldn't let that go to waste. Anyway, let's talk about Crinkle instead.
You
Okay. Xander is out punning me today, and I'm so happy.
Chris Crinkle
Wait,
is
wait,
bad.
what
Let's
did you
get on a
just-
different topic.
What did you say? I thought you said Chris Crinkle, and I thought you were talking about Baby First Santa. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's where we were
I
going
did
to.
say Chris Crinkle.
That's exactly what we were going for, buddy.
Chris Crinkle. Oh.
Put a Santa hat on the coyote child. Oh.
Don't
No,
judge
you were
me.
busy looking for the long ago days when someone wanted to fuck you, and you were busy staring at your phone. And my son climbed behind me with just his diaper on the back of the couch, and you just saw my spouse's arm go in the back out, grab him by the ankle, and drag him out of frame. So,
Oh, my God. Oh, I miss you guys so much.
Yeah, not the same, but it is fun.
It's really not the same. That's one thing we've all been saying. It's not the same, and it's not the same. It won't be the same for a while.
you know what? I am taking a look at my TV right now at that wonderful picture of Uncle Kage and his youth, and I have to say he was a very attractive man.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
absolutely.
Wait, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on.
No, look at the picture, Grandpa.
The fuck?
Oh,
Kage
No.
only has one screen. Okay, by the way, for any of you who can't hear it, which is everyone, our entire operations crew
Oh.
just came through and said, "Fuck."
That's
Jesus
not
Christ.
Uncle. That's Uncle Cage, you dumbass.
It's
Uncle
Nicholas
Cage.
Kage.
oh, face off.
Or Uncle Cage.
So I know you guys know this about me. I do not type. I usually use voice to text because my spelling is so atrocious. So
We
just
know.
for you, Kage, every time I have to talk about you, I do have to change your name to Cage so that my Telegram picks it up. Just so you're aware. People
I
around me
want to point out, I know you use voice to text, and I know your spelling is atrocious. I don't think I realized how bad your spelling was until I realized your voice to text still has typos in it.
Yes.
It's true.
You're the only man I know who can speak in typo.
Love you too.
Do you have but don't you ever have those words that you never spell and you just say and you assume it's a certain way? Like I thought it was GOG forever, like the health GOG in a video game like that.
Oh my God.
GAUG. Yeah.
It's a gauge.
I know that now.
Health gauge.
Yeah, health gauge. And like Kage, Legend of Cage, I used to call it.
Legend of Cage.
Yeah. It was a game where you fought a bunch of ninjas.
Benny and Sue remember that picture.
They had something on the screen.
Oh no.
Oh, this is great.
That was 2002.
I love it.
Fun with Photoshop. I love it.
No, that's not Photoshop.
Punk Kage.
That's not Photoshop. That was taken in 2002 by Benny, I believe.
That's it.
Oh wow.
That's just him.
You have the weirdest male pattern baldness going on in that photo. I got to tell you.
Well, no, that was after 2002 when I made the brash statement, because in those days charity auctions got $3,000-$4,000. I made the brash statement that if we ever break $10,000, I would get my hair shorn into a mohawk. Well, you know how furries are.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
They did it, just like they're doing it tonight. So I wound up with a mohawk. The thing is, I liked the mohawk. I wanted to keep it. I thought it looked, mod and all those things. But the problem is my hair grows very quickly. Even today, it grows very quickly, and it grows in this direction. So after about 2-3 days, I had like this Astro Boy thing going on. So I had to shave down to nothing. And then I realized, dude, I don't got to comb it. I don't got to dry it. I just touch it with a towel. It's done. So ever since then, I've worn it like this.
You know what? What would have happened though What would happen if you let your hair continue to grow out and just combed it over like that? Because then we'd have the flock of seagulls chairman of Anthrocon, and I gotta admit, I'd be down with that.
Oh, flock you.
Give him the bird. Give him the bird.
Flock a bird, right? You
can only do a handy.
What's that?
A flock of these.
That's right.
Wait. I want to show everybody the Christmas card that I got that I showed you guys.
Yes, please.
Okay. Remember, I'm a scientist. I hang out with other scientists, and a scientist colleague of mine sent me this amazing Christmas card.
Nice.
Yep.
I love it.
That's such a great card.
If you don't understand, go back to school.
That's so nice.
Boy.
Your colleagues give you Christmas cards. Alkali's colleagues, I assume, make it snow cocaine on the trading floor.
You have no idea.
All my family members just send me pictures of their house spawn, pretty much.
I sit at my desk, and the Monday before Christmas, the partner walks in, drops Christmas cards on my desk, and he says, "You have an allotment of 6, so choose the clients that are likely to pay us this year and wish them a Merry Christmas."
No, it's actually kind of fun. Normally there is a Christmas party where I work, but obviously with COVID and a lot of the office working from home, thankfully, I was actually very glad when they told me this. We are not doing a Christmas party at work this year. So in lieu, they basically said, "Hey everyone, if you want to make a little Christmas video, do that and send it in, and we'll play it for everyone who's working from home." They sent out the first Christmas video. The person stole my idea, and I could not be happier. Because what I was going to do is just take a simple Cooking with Alkali episode, change my name from Alkali to Dan, because I really don't need everybody at work searching for the word alkali on the internet. That's not necessary. Just do a cooking video, something Christmassy and fun. That sounds like a good idea, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't the first. The very first video that went out at my company was one of our heads of public relations in his kitchen telling us the secret recipe to his eggnog. So first off, let me make this perfectly clear. It was wrong. That is not how you make eggnog. The first step was buy eggnog. So already we're throwing this away, but the video was 10 minutes long. Of those 10 minutes, 1 minute was him over talking, pouring in a bottle of scotch. And, in the Christmas season, you just want to make sure that you have the right flavor profile. Flavor profile is very important. You want it to hit you in the back of the tongue. Just letting everything go. Just making sure that everything is good. So he put in 3/4 of a bottle of scotch into store-bought eggnog, topped it with literal whipped cream, like from the... And then instead of pouring it, eggnog, punch bowl, ladle, screw that, comes out with a beer stein that could have probably held half a gallon of liquid, dips it in there, just dripping off in front of them, gives everybody a cheers and chugs it. We somehow combined Christmas and alcoholism so easily at my job that I'm just proud of them. I'm proud to be part of the corporate culture that will all slowly die in amazingly colorful flames.
Jesus Christ, that sounds flammable.
It's very
so. It's appropriate. What do you
Actually,
think, Santa?
I won awards for my eggnog when I still lived in Pennsylvania. I literally, when we had a contest for Christmas treats, I actually won awards. My eggnog was a bottle of wild turkey and a half-gallon Wawa eggnog, and I just mixed them together, and everybody raved over it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I don't know why you fucking weirdos think whiskey needs a dairy-based delivery system.
You just suck it right out of the cow, Kentucky boy.
Yeah, look, I'm from
the Off-White. Mostly.
I've got a large family. When we gather for the holidays, mixing the whiskey with anything is a step that takes too damn long.
Skippable
Aunt June
step,
is
right?
gonna talk soon, and we're sober. Just shoot it into my veins.
Hey, if you put it enough, you forgot the nog, and then you're good.
That's true.
Yeah. It's fine.
Well, the worst part about them is, like, it's actually Beardo the Magnificent. He always said it perfectly. Working where I work is basically working in a high school locker room. Everyone's kind of an idiot, everyone's kind of a jerk, and everyone's a pervert. It's just a giant boys club. So instead of just accepting the fact that I'm not going to put in a video, my coworker, a good friend of mine, submitted a video for me because they found out you can just take a link off YouTube and send it. So as of right now, submitted to my company is Alkali Does Shel Silverstein's The Great Smoke-Off.
Yes.
That has been submitted to my company, and I'm terrified that it's going to come out over email one day this week.
Note, it is legal in the States.
It's very legal in this state. But don't worry, we're always smart enough to do it invisibly.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either.
What do you mean this floating
Yes, just
cylinder?
They're busy with their visibility there. If you've not seen Alkali's version of Shel Silverstein's The Great American Smoke-Off, Dragor, if you can pop up a link or you guys search for it, it is one of the most brilliant pieces of shit I've ever seen. You just have to look at it.
Shel Silverstein was... Go ahead, Boozy.
I'm just disturbed you went out and bought a bong that you can chroma key.
Boozy,
What?
I would also be shocked if I went out and bought a bong that you could chroma key. I bought a bong, and then I brought chroma key green spray paint and went to town.
You might have
Why?
seen it in the backyard in full view.
Oh yeah, our neighbors have no worries about our. They know we're not doing anything. We're too high.
What's going on over there? Just
It's
painting the bong
legal
again.
in your state. What are you hiding?
It wasn't legal 2 years ago.
He means nothing, Your Honor.
Oh, did I say that on camera? Boozy, look over your right shoulder. Boozy, turn around.
Boozy,
cops
you're
are
under
there.
attack.
Oh God!
Oh God, it's happening.
It's a coyote.
Attack on Titan.
Let me just.
I got a
oh,
story
first off,
for you all about this little fucker right here.
I want to hear it.
why don't you tell that story while I suck in the totally clean air to my right?
Yes.
So, 2 weeks ago, we're sitting at home on a Sunday afternoon, and we hear at the door, which is weird because our neighbors already hate us, so they never come the fuck over. We go to the door, and there's our next door neighbor. We open it, and they go, your underwear's in my lawn. We look outside, and certainly our underwear is in the lawn. How does the underwear get in the lawn, you may ask? Well, turns out that this child had seen an episode of Curious George where Curious George cleans a room by opening a window and throwing shit at it. So he did that with all of our laundry. We clean it up. We pick it up. We close the window. We lock the window. We pull out the safety latches on the window. Our window has safety latches on it so it can't go up past a certain height, right? We do that in every window upstairs in the house. Every window upstairs in the house. We think nothing of it until Monday when I get a message from my spouse who says, I'm on the roof cleaning. And I said, what? I'm on the roof cleaning. I said, oh, the gutters? And she says, well, I guess I can get the gutters while I'm out here. And I say, what are you cleaning? She goes, well, I looked outside. The UPS guy had come. Knocked on the door, which was weird. They never knock on the door anymore. She answered the door, and the UPS guy said, here's your package. By the way, your kid's on the roof.
Oh, my God.
He had opened the window in his room. He figured out that you just push the safety locks in, and it opens again. Opened the window on the roof outside of his room, the room he shared with his brother. Pulled a papasan, a little kid's papasan chair, out onto the porch roof. A blanket, a pillow, some toys, couple books, milk crate table, some crowns, and something to color, and he was just chilling on the fucking roof until the UPS guy fucked it up.
Your child is a genius. Never forget that.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh, dear.
The next day, I'm at work. My phone rings. I answer it, and it's a phone call. And hello, sir. This is Janice. I am a report screener with your county's Children and Youth Services. And I wanted to ask you a question about, and without letting her finish, I say, is this about the toddler on the roof? And she's quiet and says yes. And I say, we have taken care of this situation. There's a long pause. It didn't hit me until later why there may be a long pause, because, like, did I mean we had fixed the safety issue? Or did I mean we had killed our son? And she goes, what? I said, we went to Home Depot and we got things that you drill into the window frame so the window won't go up anymore. We put them in. She says, okay, sir, thank you very much. The next day, I get another phone call from my spouse, who, while in the shower, had a child say, Mom, Ezra's on the roof again, and had rushed out onto the roof nude to bring things in. He had unscrewed the safety latch that we had just installed and was starting to rebuild. I have nailed the windows shut. If there's a fire, the kid died.
Boozy, I'd like to back up a moment because you, sir, have taught me. Now it's my turn to teach you. When the lady called and you volunteered, is this about the toddler on the roof? What would you have done if she'd said, what?
When they called and you're like, is this about the toddler on the roof? And you're like, if I were a rich man.
He's rehearsing. It's fine. He's got to be
Sue gave me the
tempted in
idea.
the
It's right there.
ABC production.
So
it.
Boozy, your child is apparently very, very easily swayed by such things as Curious George that he sees. Should I not send him the Christmas present I was going to send, the complete Three Stooges collection?
In a way, he's seen them. Listen, have you watched Curious George?
Oh, it's disgusting.
What psychopaths are writing that show? It's like he does something amazingly dangerous, and then it's like, but the man in the yellow hat scolded him, and now he'll never do it again. I'm like, you don't know kids if you think they're making it to the scolding part. If you have something where George is playing with the stove, they're going to go turn the stove on before they get to the moral.
They should call him No Consequences Carl, because that's what it is. It's like, I'm not going to learn shit because I wasn't like, there's nothing bad that happened from this adventure I just had. Why would I not do it again?
You know, the crazy thing to me is I'm listening to your stories about, like, my child went onto the roof and I almost got in trouble. And I'm just remembering back to what it was when I was younger. Me and my brother, my dad's like, hey, you need to clean the gutters. So me and him set up a ladder and are jumping off the roof for half an hour into the pile of leaves that we set up the day before. Like, that's how our childhood went. When I went to Nero and they informed me that we had our own campsite to do this on, and we set up a whole pulley thing so that we could have people like, what do you call that guy? Not Huck Finn, dear God, Peter Panning, so that we could have me holding a rope and falling backwards and letting people jump back and forth with fake swords, fighting each other in front of the adults, them going, very ingenuitive, very good. I mean, there's a little bit of a disconnect going on right now, just so you know.
Before we
You
go
let a
any
couple
further,
kids die and they start cutting it up.
before we go any further, this group here on this, us four, I would like us to lay claim to No Consequences Carl, because I think we should make a YouTube series out of this.
Oh, no.
I think we should make a children. What would he be? Like No Consequences Carl the Chinchilla?
It'll be your son, dude.
Yes!
Carl the
I think
Coyote!
so.
No Consequences Carl!
That's
No
it.
Consequences,
Make it
Carl
so.
the Coyote is awesome.
And you have to show just the damage and terrible things that happen and look back and be like,
When we wrote a PSA, you know who it'd be for?
who's that?
Terry the No-Sex Pterodactyl.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
One day, the man in the tweed sports jacket left Carl alone with a bottle of ammonia, a bottle of bleach, and a bucket.
Oh, no.
Carl made soup. That's not normally what would happen. Be safe out there, kids.
Carl was short on money, so it's like, hey,
Carl,
meth
I like
is let's make meth. So Carl made meth in the garage.
Oh, incidentally, by the way, did I ever tell you guys that I have a plan using my chemistry background to make us all a huge ton of money?
Please describe.
Any one of us can walk down the street to every third house and buy as much meth as we want, right? I'm in North Carolina. This is the meth state. Uzi is Uzi. You guys are you guys. We can get as much meth. I could fill my place with meth, and there's no problem.
I'm following
I can't
Oh, yeah.
If I get a cold, I can't go to CVS, and I can't buy any Sudafed because you can't get Sudafed. With my chemistry knowledge, we can buy up all the meth, and I can convert it into Sudafed, and we can sell it on the black market.
You start doing local commercials, Crazy Kage's discount meth. I'm loving this. You gotta have
You know,
some, like,
Kage
Disney
Brothers,
jacket.
it was rock.
Yeah.
Few questions.
Yes, sir.
You understand it's more illegal to buy the meth than it is to buy the Sudafed, correct?
How can it be illegal? Everybody does it.
Everyone has colds,
That
obviously.
makes sense, right?
Question.
I just want to point out that somebody in the chat by the name of Ocean just said, okay, I am scared of Uncle Kage now. Ocean, have you not been paying attention? You should have been afraid of him a decade ago.
Shall I go through my people?
Before we move
God,
on, I just want to point out that we are... I can see your messages, operations. Oh, my God. We are halfway through the stream, so before I pass it over to Boozy to remind you why we are all here, I just want to make something clear. As he's telling you what this charity is for, it's time to start the game. You saw the bottle of wine I have. If we can get $100 more, I will finish that bottle before the end of the stream. You saw the other bubbly liquid that we have. You get us $420 more. Myself and Xander will finish that before the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone. Boozy, can you tell us why we're all here?
Folks, this year's been rough. That's the best way to put it. And it means we haven't seen people that we are used to seeing all the time. Thank you, dog, for interrupting the heartfelt plea. That's your timing's fucking impeccable, you little asshole. Anyways, one of those families that we're used to seeing all the time is Velocity, Sloth, Yave, the whole family out there. Unfortunately, a couple weeks ago, they were diagnosed with COVID. And very unfortunately, 2 days ago, Don, the patriarch of that family, Velocity's husband, Yave's father, the sole owner and breadwinner for the family, passed away from complications from COVID-19. Puts them in a very rough situation, not just because it came a week before Christmas, a time that's supposed to be for families' enjoy and is now a time of immeasurable sadness for them, but because they have lost their sole source of income, the person who handles all of their financials, and they're striking out from this, trying to recover. As such, we are here today and have been here for the past couple days, raising funds to help them at the GoFundMe link that hopefully someone from there will be putting up on the screen momentarily. We've been raising great amounts of money for them. From yesterday until today, we have raised over $21,000, but this is not a temporary thing. This is something they're going to have to deal with for the rest of their lives and in the long term. And that's what we do as a community. And as a great big furry family, is when one of us needs help, we all band together to help them. So if you can give, please do.
I noticed in the channel, Jeremy the Hate Fox says, I will pay $1 per donation listed on the GoFundMe site at the end of the stream. Be careful, Jeremy. We are dealing with furries. They could bankrupt you.
Let's see him try.
Right now, there are 425 donors.
Oh, my God.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Seriously, that's amazing.
Jeremy, the furries, everyone out there. Oh, my God. Dozer, somebody make $101 donations. Dozer! Dozer!
Just bad.
Oh,
it's a trash
donator.
And a huge shout out to Mark Whipple, who I believe is, as of right now, copywriting our new Chaos Coyote or whatever you guys came up with earlier.
No consequences,
Carl.
No consequences, Carl. Thank you so much, Mark.
I had a book idea while we were talking about it, but I thought, no, it's in horrible, horrible taste, that book idea. But then I thought, fuck it, why not? Because it's MFF weekend anyways. No consequences, Carl cleans the Rosemont Weston pool.
Oh, no.
No. Yes, actually, yes. Yes.
Oh, no consequences, Carl.
Okay, raise your hand if you were at Rosemont Weston and know exactly what the gentleman's talking about. If you don't know, Alkali will tell you.
Oh, way to pass the buck there. I see.
Things happened. Things happened on a security camera, and very long story short, the entire board of directors at MFF had to have a very awkward standing conversation with the head of security as he explained to them what was going on, like a play-by-play on a live feed. Genuinely funny. Don't do it.
I'll just say I went to that what do you call it? Little pool afterwards, and there was so much chlorine there, I couldn't see the person across from me, and we were 5 feet from each other.
Their solution,
Joking. Yes.
but that still doesn't beat finding out that an anime convention, and we're not going to talk about the convention of the person. The very short version is an anime convention invited in a guest of honor who is known for their primp and properness. And this convention goer was very primp and proper.
Very diaper.
In public. When they got to their room that night, they decided to turn the hot tub into a ramen bath. Literally hundreds of packages of ramen. Well, that clogs things. So no matter what furry cons do, we're not as bad as some of the other cons. Well done, everyone.
Well,
Ramen. Huh? Wow.
the very story of I probably should not mention it. There was a science fiction convention that was forced to shut down and change its name in order to occupy. It was one of the big SF cons on the East Coast years ago. They had as one of their programs a what do you call that Japanese bondage thing that's like an art form? I think you guys would know. It's a Japanese technique.
If anyone on this stream knows the name of a Japanese bondage form, it is you. Let's stop being coy.
Okay, I'm pretending I don't. This is feigned innocence. But anyway, this particular Japanese bondage form it's very, very complicated. It's about suspension. Well, some of the attendees of the convention decided they wanted to try it. So they tried it, and they looked around their hotel room, and they saw this nice thing in the ceiling that looked like a good thing to tie the rope to suspend their SO to. It was, of course, the sprinkler head. And for those of you who are not aware, that thing is called colloquially a sprinkler. That's not a good word. It is designed to deliver the maximum amount of water in the smallest amount of time to put out a raging fire. It should be called the disgusting fiery gusher of doom. And it did.
Brown water. Oh my God. Oh, Ocean, he is. Trust me.
Oh, oh yes.
Also, I loved everyone in the chat trying to tell us the name of the Japanese bondage. We got Sherbert, Sudafed, Shibu Inu. You guys are amazing.
No, none of that. I don't know. Maybe they are. Possibly. Could be.
Kage, I'm just going to say I'm going to be paying very much attention to how you wrap your gifts for Christmas now.
They're on the other side of the camera, as a matter of fact.
All right. So one of the fun parts about the stream and how we're doing it right now is operations can send us messages, but only to the performers. On the screen right now, the message is Shiba Inu gets you arrested.
Oh no!
I love you guys so much. Guys, let us know how the charity numbers are going. I need to keep my eye on that. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, such a rest.
Hey, listen, I got a question.
Jail.
That listener of yours, what key is it tuned to?
The dulcimer, I keep it tuned to DAD.
Because I found my penny whistle.
Oh wow! Are you going to summon a tornado?
This is a B-flat penny whistle, and I'm not sure how well it would do to DAD, but we shall have to experiment sometime.
We shall. Yeah, I got
college again.
Alkaloid, what instrument do you play? Not the skin flute, a real one.
So believe it or not, I actually can play the piano. I just cannot read music and play at the same time. I never learned that, but I can play the piano.
You do have those long.
Wait.
I got dude. Don't forget, I used to be skinny. Imagine these when I was skinny.
Your fingers
they were
still
terrifying. Oh yeah,
you got twin fingers.
You can play the piano?
Yeah, I actually can. Not well.
So what you're telling me is Xander has a giant pianist.
Yes, I do. I do.
Well, I need this thing again.
I call it my virile gusher of water as well.
Something like that.
The sprinkler. Oh, it's time for more fun stuff.
How's that charity number
Yes.
going, background?
We'll see how it goes.
And again, we want to remind you this is our last panel. However, right after this, if you want to tune into MFF, our good friend and somebody who was on the show earlier, Pepper Coyote, will be doing his rendition of Pepper Slams His Hands into a Piano and also plays a guitar.
We'll see if that showed up. We'll see if the
Okay.
cops show up. That's how we know.
Wait a minute. No charity updates. Fuck this noise. We need some updates.
It's true.
So I have a new law story for you.
Yes.
Yesterday, I was at a hearing. It was, and the case before my clients was a preliminary hearing, which is a criminal case, where they come in, they try to decide if there's enough evidence to send this over to the Court of Common Pleas, and it was a case where it was presented as somebody's ex-boyfriend stealing their gun. All right. Now, it is an emergency judge sitting on these things, not one of the normal judges. And I know this judge, and she's very nice, and she's very sweet. And the lady who said her boyfriend stole her gun is up there, and the DA's there, and the public defender's there, and the boyfriend's there, and he's covered in tattoos, and my client's there, and I'm like, watch this shit. Because she gets up on the stand, and she is quality, people. You can tell. As she goes, and then he took my gun, and he took it, but I had pumped it up at least 20, 25 times. And there's this pause. And the judge looks up and says, pumped it up? And she goes, well, yeah, it's got one of those pumps at the bottom. And he pumped it and pumped it and pumped it and pumped it and pumped it. But he may have broke it before he took it, but he wouldn't give it back. And the judge goes, excuse me, are we talking about a BB gun? And she goes, it was my Daisy air rifle. And the judge, without missing a beat, goes, so this isn't a real gun. It's a BB gun. And looks at the district, just does this to the district attorney.
Oh, man.
And then says, perhaps you would like to talk to the victim in the hallway to see if we could resolve this without a trial.
Oh.
They filed a
Tryout. That's
criminal
right,
charge
Sue.
Thank you, Sue.
over a Red Ryder BB gun.
Holy fuck.
Look at the court. What got me was the DA press charge. I'm sitting there going, like, we have meth and murder in this city, and you're concerned with, like, what I'm breaking forth that Red Ryder stealing ring. We're finally taking them down.
That kid should never have gotten that shit for Christmas, I tell you.
Hey,
Welcome
Boozy.
to Philadelphia. We're an urban city with a Red Ryder theft ring and all-terrain vehicles in the streets.
Boozy, did I ever tell you? I've told some stories about my late grandfather, Rodolph Conway in Alabama. Did I tell you about the time they arrested him for stealing 9 bottles of whiskey?
Oh, please
No.
do. Please.
No, my grandfather was caught. They caught him red-handed. He'd stolen 9 bottles of whiskey out of the store, and they dragged him in front of the judge, and the judge looked at it and threw the case right out. He said, you can't make a case out of 9 bottles.
God damn it.
I love you. I honestly love you.
At least
That's
it
a
wasn't
bug.
a
I
fake
hate
news.
That goes back 100 years.
You can't make a case out of 9 bottles. I hate
Oh.
you.
So there's
That's
an
what
old
time for it,
Chicago.
for you.
There's an old Chicago legend, which is apparently if you live in Chicago, it's true. If you live outside of Chicago, why bother? But basically, during Prohibition, there was a gentleman who was trying to rum run over Lake Michigan, got caught, and literally from the shoreline, the Chicago's finest just opened fire and got him a lot. Like, you know, the old cartoony drink and it comes out of you style. But he was so drunk, he was just like, whatever, and he just kept rowing. So he got over to the other shore, shot 9 times, and goes to the hospital. And they say, well, this is the end of this guy. And I quote, The gentleman's life was saved, for he was so drunk that the booze in his system sterilized the gunshot wounds. No ill effects happen. Prohibition has a reason, and that is stories.
The prohibition stories are amazing. Like the one thing that I this guy brought home a hard drive full of stuff from a coworker, and one of them had the Chicago public access documentaries about stuff around town.
Yep.
And the one thing they had about the south suburbs is like, this is the place that put up the most of a fuss when they outlawed alcohol, and shit got flipped. And they like, that is what we're known for here. It makes sense that we live here.
On the south side, we have a beautiful little village known as Blue Island. Blue Island was one of the main points for running, and to this day, we always have a beautiful, gigantic Irish festival there. Every St. Paddy's Day, we have our own little version of parade. Well, one year, because of the previous year, they said, you can't have that. You set too many buildings on fire. So they canceled the parade. Lo and behold, that parade was the only thing keeping us from setting a record number of buildings on fire. The parade was reinstated the next year.
This is not something to be proud of, Alkali. I'm just want to make sure you know.
I want to make sure that you understand Xander was cold, and we took care of a lot of abandoned buildings in one day. We're efficient.
It's less of pride and more of a fun fact.
No. Don't let this man fool you. He comes from a city where they won a sports game and threw batteries at the winners. He comes from a city that flung snowballs at Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah.
How was he going to lead a charge? All right, sorry.
He was a ho-ho-ho.
Oh, my God.
Cut it down.
Thank you.
In Chicago, you say, how's your mother? In Philly, they say, fuck your mother, but they mean it the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's about this, right? All right.
You know, they used to say, if you can smell gunpowder, it must be Cicero, right?
This is the last one for Chicago. It's not a story I tell often, but we're going to tell it today because if there's ever a time to tell this one. I have a very good friend who is an officer of the law. When my mother passed away, he immediately came to me and said I would be honored to lead the procession from the funeral home to the graveyard. Would you allow me to do that? And I said, of course, that'd be very kind of you. And the funeral director went to my friend and said, all right, well, when you reach a light, if it's red, you can stop. And then if it's green, go through and we'll just all follow you. And my friend went, okay. And then proceeded to have a 50-mile-per-hour funeral procession that blew every light we could come across, drew in more cop cars leading the way. We caused such traffic jams in Chicago. And why did we do that? Because a funeral director dared tell my buddy, don't blow a red light unless you have to. I love Chicago for what it is, a flaming cesspool of awesome.
Oh, what a wonderful slogan.
Who's turn around again?
I say,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't
Look, it's
turn
no
on,
consequence
Don't
for
turn on.
Carl.
Carl.
no consequences. Carl is back.
That's his new persona right there.
I like how it looks like he's perched on your shoulder like a devil.
He's like a fucking gremlin, isn't he?
Whisper in his ear.
Like the most terrifying gargoyle over there. I mean, what the hell?
Whisper sweet nothings into Boozy's ear.
No, it's like, you know how you have an angel and a devil on your shoulders? That's the devil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did they fall down?
He has no angel.
No, he didn't fall down. He
He
left from the couch into the kitchen, ran over to the table, turned on the kitchen light, and is now digging into a bucket of chicken.
Oh, no consequences, Carl.
That's Kentucky boy.
All right, we got 10 minutes left. Reminder, Jerry every donator would $1 per donator on the GoFundMe. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for that. Oh, God. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
Well,
do not turn off my light. Do not turn
what is
off
happening?
my light.
Oh no!
As the light gets turned off.
Brave. We have lost control.
Okay, I need to tell you guys something. I visited Boozy's house for the first time a couple of years ago. I was going to do my wine stream from his house. And I brought all my lights and everything because, we were still kind of new to this thing. And we set it all up in his room. And we're getting all ready. Now, you know how I am. The intro is exactly at 9 minutes to the hour because it's Uncle Kage. We're going to start. We're getting ready to start. And I looked over at Boozy. He's got this horrified look in his face. And he said, "Why did the baby just run by holding the Wi-Fi router?" Oh, then we had to catch him. That thing can move at 150 miles an hour, and it can teleport. It's worse than a cat. We chased it all over the house. It was crawling through the floor. We had to call a plumber to fish it out of the plumbing, for Christ's sake.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Say my stream was lit.
What is he doing back there?
Probably stealing the Wi-Fi router.
Oh no! I was last week streaming on the Twitch channel. Now, I now have a studio downstairs. We brought it upstairs for today, but I have a studio downstairs. I do most of my streams through there. And the other day, I'm in the middle of something.
What just happened? The baby's back. Ruth baby is back.
I told you that. Okay, ready?
Oh, please don't die.
All right.
No, there is no support on it.
right.
What is happening?
I'm
Oh
just
God,
mashing.
everything
All right.
is. There is a green
Hi,
screen.
everybody.
It's going down. This is.
Ezra, you started a fight.
Okay.
The other day, I'm sitting down there. I'm in the middle of a stream. The internet goes out, and I'm going, "What the fuck? I paid the bill. I just paid the bill." I came upstairs. I turned the corner at the top of our basement. He's standing in the kitchen staring at the basement door with the unhooked cable modem in his hands. He meets eyes with me, goes, "Ha!" and runs.
Oh, God.
By the way, let me give you a warning. If you ever visit Boozy's house, bring an extra cable. The little son of a bitch is going to bust it. It's going to happen.
He's been in my house. I now have it. You see this wonderful couch I'm sitting on? You know what this does? It folds down into a bed.
I'm so excited.
Down into a cage.
Yep.
you ready?
Now, when you come over, I don't have to make you sleep on the floor and you sleep in another child's room.
Hey, whatever works.
As long as I can sleep with your hooker, I'm happy.
Oh, not only that, you can sleep with the hooker and the demon cat now.
Okay.
I hear the dog now. Great. What?
I know what you are.
That's not Trey. That's Carl.
Not that. Not now. Now with 6 minutes left. I wouldn't be able to explain it.
No, we would not.
Okay.
Oh God, Boozy, we have.
Don't you love?
5 minutes. Go ahead.
Don't you love all the organization we've had with cons going online this year?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what-
organized. We make the Germans look like assholes with all of our organization. Boy, oh boy.
Let's put it this way. I still have to do calls at work that are just general meetings with myself in the office, everyone else at home. That's still a thing that has to happen. I can tell you this right now. Furry cons at least are trying. Over by me, it's just cameras turn on and you don't know what you're getting, but you can know it's not going to be them sitting there in a business suit. Just go with that.
Excuse me.
You could get a crawling baby.
It happens.
Who knows?
We've started doing some court hearings remotely.
Oh
And
boy.
recently, I had one remotely on Zoom, and the judge comes on, and I know this judge. I know he's married. I know he has children. I know this judge. But in the background, I'm going, that is very obviously a country inn and suites. Why is the judge not staying at his house?
Oh,
Oh, you don't ask him. Your Honor, is everything okay at home? Do you need me to call your wife and talk to her about something? You don't do that. You ignore it.
So you can't just leave us hanging, Boozy. Why was the judge at a country inn and suites?
I can't say for certain. I can say his law clerk got reassigned.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I'm going to tell the chat that there is 30 minutes and 3 minutes. It was meant 30 seconds. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. I suck. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to this stream. I'm going to go back to Boozy one more time to talk about what we're doing this for. If we get any donations before the end of the stream, myself and Xander will finish the bubbly thing.
yes.
The people that we are raising money for right now are the same people who hide Easter eggs all over cons. They volunteer with the Warm and Fuzzies, who's a group that's specifically in existence to help you feel safe at cons. They volunteer at conventions all over this fandom. They make charity donations. They're always there with the hug. They're always there with the helping hand. Recently, they lost their beloved husband and father, Don, to COVID, which is going to leave them for the foreseeable future in a very tight situation and difficult situation, one that's going to take a while to recover from. And we have been raising money tonight and yesterday, and we'll continue to do so even after this is over, to help them weather this time, at least financially. Because that's what we do. It's what we do. We're furries, we're family, we're community. This is what we do.
Here, here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Sloth Mom, Yave, to the entire family, the Dragon Show has been going on since I can remember you guys meeting us at conventions. Since the beginning, you have been some of our best supporters. You have been there when we have been down to tell us it'll be fine, hair grows back. You have been there when COVID started by sending us masks through the mail just to be kind, and you have made conventions better by your presence. I will never forget walking outside of Pepper and Fox's show to see Sloth Mom sitting there, just watching the door going, can people go in? Because once the line is done, I can go in too. You're amazing. Thank you for
Sue and
everything
Benny.
you did, and we do have a donation. You two need to take over.
Okay.
To
Thank you
while
guys
they're
so much.
doing that,
Bring in the
I'll
donation.
point out Quack Quack Honk had done a picture today for
Yeah,
everybody
look
who's
down there.
donated on behalf of Velocity Sloth and the family. Tech, can we zoom that in a little? Thank you. There you go, folks.
Thank you so much, Quack Quack Honk. That's amazing. Oh my god. Thank you to everyone who donated. Seriously, thank you, Jeremy, for matching those for the $1 per donator as well.
And I'm going to echo what Boozy said. This is why I am so enthralled, so in love, so defensive of this fandom. This is what we do. And when people,
Look,
there's no more to say. It's everything. It's what we do. This is what we're all about. Thank you all, and God bless you.
thank you so much.
We still have
Ladies and
20
gentlemen.
seconds, guys. So don't leave it with me.
You go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been iComedy Better When I've Had a Few, but more importantly, this is a moment that the fandom came together and helped those in need. If you're new to this, if you didn't know what you were tuning into, this is the furry fandom, and we have just gotten word that with Jeremy's donations, before the end of the stream, we have crossed $22,000
Thank you.
for people who needed it. To everyone here, to anyone who ever sees this, and to anyone who ever needs help, this is the furry fandom. This is what we do. I love you all so much.
Cheers.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Seriously.
Cheers. This has been iComedy Better When I've Had a Few. Thank you very much, Uncle Kage, Boozy Badger, Xander the Blue. Behind the scenes, we've had Dragor, Skylar. We've had their whole crew. Earlier today, Pandez, Pepper Coyote, Sue, Benny, Iggy. I know Iggy had more people on. I think Poker Wolf was on. I literally
There's
can't
Magic
mention.
Bag.
Thank you.
Yes.
Magic was on. There are so many people that for something that took place over 5 hours and was planned out in 2 days, I actually can't thank everyone. But before we go, I want to make sure to say it. Dixie and QM for making sure this happened and that it was organized. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for making this happen over a 24-hour period. My hat is off to you.
Thank you. Seriously. This is amazing.
This has been a moment in the furry fandom. My name is Alkali.
I'm Xander.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys. And thank you.
Silver Gatoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gatoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gatoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.